Hey, this is Jesse Sapolu, and I'm at the final Keena Turner golf tournament.
Welcome back to another episode of the Jim on Base Show. We're back at Ruby Hill for Keena Turner's final golf tournament with a beloved 49er and Super Bowl champion, the great Jesse Sapolu. And Jesse, it must be special to come out today.
Yeah, it's very special. I think Keena Turner and Linda Turner have committed 30 years to this project to benefit the Boys and Girls Club of Tracy. And I've been playing from the very beginning when this tournament was at Wentz's Vineyard. Then we went to Diablo, and now here at Ruby Hills. Congratulations, Linda and Keena, on staying the course. You know, I've played in a lot of tournaments that don't last this long, but your love for the kids is be commended, and I'm sure the whole community of Tracy feels the same way.
And like you said, you've been since the early days. So like they like to say today, the old heads, right? So you're the old head in NFL and for the Keena Turner Golf Tournament.
Yeah, you know, Keena and I have known each other for almost 40 years now, and he's become a dear friend and someone that, in a way, mentored me when I first came in the league, and now he's mentored so many thousands and thousands of kids, and that's what we all shoot to do with our careers after the game, and congratulations to him for that.
And I've been asking everybody, what's your favorite Keena memory, or what's just something about him that you love?
Well, obviously, Keena speaks softly, but one of the hardest hits I've ever seen on the field was in St. Louis when he hit Otis Anderson. And I've talked to Otis Anderson about it, and you know, he says he still feels it today. But Keena's so easygoing, and he's using that wisdom that he carries with him to not only mentor myself, but also the young youth that's coming up.
And as you know, the 49ers are a family organization, and it just shows again, you have the current players, the former guys coming together. It's one big family, it seems like, right?
Yeah, it is. And hopefully, you know, when you identify the 49er organization, even with the fans that weren't born during our time, they bring up the 5 trophies first. And it's our generation that brought those trophies to the organization. So for that, I'm very proud of it. And we hope that we can continue to encourage our current 49ers, because they've had some great teams. They fell a little short, but you know, you just stay after it and try to close the deal the best they can.
We speak about the trophy, so it just makes me wonder, when I have people on that have won World Series or Super Bowls, I'm always curious, what do you do with the rings? Are they on lockdown, or do you have them on display? Or
I have it on lockdown. You know, it's something that, you know, my kids are more proud of, and I'm proud of it. But you know, I earned it. I was on the field. I know what it took to get those, and if it motivates the Polynesian kids, the Pacific Island kids that looked up to me back then, and try to change the kids coming up's lives, then that's what the rings are about. But there's no question that those teams, to go 5-0 in the big game, and to see some of the great 49er teams that lost the last 3, it just makes you realize how tough it is to close the deal. And for me to play with Keena, and we each have 4 rings, just goes to show you the mindset of those teams. And now we're using those mindsets to change lives that are up and coming.
Well, before I let you go, I got to ask, is there any foundations or anything close to you that you like to promote or talk about? Well,
I have the Sapolu Youth Foundation. My wife and I started a private school, a WASC accredited private school called the Sapolu Destined Academy. That's a nonprofit school. But I also have the Polynesian Football Hall of Fame and the Polynesian Bowl, which is considered the #1 high school all-star game in the nation. People like Travis Hunter, Talanoa Hufanga, Puka Nakua, and some of those athletes playing in that game. So I'm proud of that, and trying to follow Keena's footsteps and giving back to my community.
Well, I'm going to put some links in the bio so people can check that out and follow on social media as well. And Jesse, it's good to see you out here. And one last thing, if you have like a tribute or anything to say to Keena for doing it for 30 years, what would you like to say?
Well, you know, I love you, brother. I know the last Super Bowl was the one that I was by myself, but I think what makes me proud is that I let you and Ronnie Lott and Eric Wright and those guys know that I learned from your leadership, because that's what carried us in getting us to Super Bowl number 5. And that's the reason I'm proud of that particular ring. because the core of the people that started this whole thing just left the 49ers, and I was able to be a part of leadership with Jerry Rice and John Taylor and some of those guys, Steve Young, to carry it on and win one more without the core guys that started this whole thing. That makes me proud.
Well, Jesse, thanks for chatting with me, and I'll make sure Keena gets the message.
Thank you. Appreciate it.